This is Brews N Bros, episode number 35.
IPAs.
Let's
go.
Got another movieweb.com. They ranked some gangsters, and we got a lot of issues with the list again from movieweb.com.
Yeah, I can't read these guys anymore.
I know.
We'll get into it after.
And Netflix.
Netflix going on notice.
They're going on notice.
Yep.
Two brothers.
3 beers.
Let's go. I'm the Bruiser.
I'm the Don Ernesto.
And on Brews N Bros, like always, we're going to try 3 beers.
Yes, sir.
We're looking for that Holy Grail, Don.
That's right.
We got that Holy Grail. We want some flavor.
Aroma.
And it's got to be crushable,
yes.
right? I want to be able to pound a few of these and enjoy them.
And the last 2 episodes, I mean, hey, we've been having some crushable beer.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
We've done very well so far on season number 3.
Yes.
We are sponsored by Niagara Craft Brewery Tours.
Yes, and Fuel Digital Designs. We'll talk about that more later on.
I think we got to get into this,
Let's go.
Look at how inviting this can looks. The color, the teal color, just it screams, pour it in. Our first one on the docket. We got the Any Day Session IPA by Side Launch Brewing. It's a 4.0%.
I like that, right up my alley, and this is our first appearance. I love it.
I was going to say first appearance,
First
right?
appearance, yep. Side Launch, let's do it.
Let's grab it. I think you were reading some literature about Side Launch and the whole story behind that.
Yeah, just give you a brief overview of what the can says here. People always gathered in Collingwood to celebrate a side launch. Yeah. Why? For over a century, the locally built ships that launched sideways into the harbor were a symbol of Ontario at its best. Hard-working place of grain, grit, rocky trails, rich soil forest, and big water, where people appreciate well-crafted beer made for them.
And what were they saying about the beer itself?
We got some...
it just has like 3 lines there. Hazy,
stone fruit, and citrus.
So stone fruit, the Don, the horticulturist, he educated me that it's just all the fruits that have the big pit inside.
Stone.
Plums, peaches,
apricots, plums.
Apricots.
Yep.
They didn't actually specify, but
let's do it.
I'm really hoping we're going to smell some of that, though. I'm really hoping.
Oh my!
What'd you do?
I put it to my nose a little bit.
All right, and you smelled something already?
Just the can.
Oh, you cheated! You cheated. He's already going for the smell.
I think
it's pouring in that nice,
look at that
golden color. It's what you would expect from a session IPA.
Yep.
Nice cloudy head to it, nice white head.
Nice.
We have a nice frosted glass. Is it more hazy than we thought? They're calling it a hazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say, a little carbonation, but we got some haze to it.
For sure.
I got to smell this thing. You can smell it.
I told you.
It's one of those ones.
Yeah.
All right, beer brothers and sisters, you don't need to put this one under your nose. You can hold it in front.
Yeah.
You can smell that citrus coming out.
It's just popping.
Love it.
Yep.
Right off the back, it's getting some points right there. It smells great.
Love
smells inviting with that citrus.
The color's fantastic once the frostiness goes away. I love it. Nice golden.
Let's drink it.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Let's do this. For 4.0, that packs a lot of flavor, Doc?
Oh, yes, it does.
It's got that nice coating.
Yep.
It's citrus, but it's beyond that citrus. It's not just that lemon. It's not just that lime.
Yeah.
It's got some of that stone fruit to it.
For sure.
Peach.
I think I'm tasting peach.
A tiny bit of peach there.
I said that when we were reading it, and it found that with peaches are really good and flavorful, right?
I think that I would almost lean towards this being of a juicy variety or a juicy IPA variety.
I would agree on that.
I'm just happy that for a 4.0, because sometimes you're a little underwhelmed. You think that it's not going to have
but
that
this
flavor.
is packed full of flavor.
Yeah.
But I find it's nice and smooth.
No,
it's
not smooth.
It's not super. It's not super harsh.
No, not at all. I'm going for another swig here. Oh yeah, you give me this. I'm at a restaurant. I have my slice in my hand. I have this in my other hand. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
not going to overpower anything. Just enough flavor for those, the people who like craft beer in general. Not a lot in the hops. Right, so if you're a hop head, right, you have to
it's more in the lighter tones of it for sure. Yeah. But I mean, is it hitting the grail though? I mean, it's flavorful.
It's a lot there.
I mean, aroma's there. To me, I don't know about you if you can agree, but this is pretty good. This is pretty crushable to me.
Side Launch did a very good job.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
I'm going for one more swig.
Go ahead.
Let's rank it. What a start! Yeah. What a start to episode number 35, Don.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, buddy.
Guess what? Oh no, I thought my marker was on the ground. I saw a marker on the ground there, but it's there. I have to erase my ranking from before. And again, this is the Any Day Session IPA by Side Launch Brewing. They nailed it right out of the gate, I think, here, eh, Don?
Yeah, they did, bro.
I'm happy.
Yeah, me too.
I'm happy.
Good first beer, 4.0. Nice day, nice for a Friday session here.
All right. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Friday session. 3, 2,
What?
1. 8.0 from the Don Ernesto.
All right.
8.1
Nice.
from me, the Bruiser. What a way to start off episode number
fantastic.
35.
Good job, Side Launch.
Great job.
Great job.
When we come back, what do I got next? Am I? We got
We're doing Netflix.
We're doing. Netflix is
Yeah,
going on
Netflix
notice right away.
notice. Yeah, let's get
I'm
out of the
putting
way,
on
'cause-
notice. I'm getting it out of the way because I'm getting more fired up as we go along here.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
Let's be back.
Okay, Don.
Okay, buddy.
Your favorite segment.
Well, let's get this out of the way now.
I got to put Netflix on notice.
Yeah?
And there's a whole bunch of reasons why. So I'm going to narrow it down to a couple of things. But
Sure.
we were talking about this earlier.
Yep.
And I was talking about how, first of all, what's going on with new releases? Like, they're very minimal. Like, you're putting out a couple every week, right? We're paying a fee for Netflix, which is supposed to be the best online streaming video service around.
Yeah.
And what, 2, 3 new releases tops a week?
I can tell you that I watch Netflix most of the time, and I'm kind of getting sick of just the same.
I'm getting bored.
I'm getting bored too.
Getting bored.
Now, I told you upstairs.
Yes.
Apparently, and I was reading on it
Yeah.
that the like and the love buttons, the more that you use that and you review these movies, the more it tailors it to your movies for what you want to watch.
Because we were bringing it up. I was bringing it. They always get it wrong for me. They're like, we think you would like it. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Where are you getting this from? I would not like this at all.
Yeah.
But the other thing that they're doing on top of that is the international content.
Yes.
Because they know they're not producing enough content.
Right.
So all of a sudden, international content like crazy.
Yeah, it blows
and
up.
I'm a film major, so I'm used to watching foreign
sure.
films and that kind of stuff, right? I love it. But when they're trying to bill it as being new releases for Netflix Canada or Netflix USA, and it was created in a different language, and now it's dubbed, and you have subtitles and all that kind of stuff, right? New content, and sometimes these films and videos are not new. They were created like 5+ years ago.
No, I hear you on that.
So it's under new releases, and I'm like, what is happening there?
There's not. I agree with you, and you know what? I'm getting sick of Prime Video too. We pay a membership a year for Amazon. Their content. I mean, there's a few shows I like on there, but the movie wise too, there's nothing really that kind of grabs me.
And I know that the pandemic, nothing was being created during the pandemic.
I get it.
And I know that there was the writer's strike, and that affected things too. Yeah. But Netflix, come on now.
Kick it up a notch.
Get it together. All right. Now we want full force, because I'm going to tell you right now, you are not separating yourselves from the rest of the streaming services.
No.
You are. I'm very worried. You're going to go the wayside of Blockbuster. If you don't be careful, right? Blockbuster thought they were fine. Nothing is going to be wrong. We're okay. You watch. If you continue to just, mail it in and now you're raising prices and we can't share the passwords anymore and all that stuff. So you're busting balls, blasting my Pagliacci's about that. Right?
Yeah.
So be careful. Okay? Because with social media, it doesn't take much. I watched that GameStop movie, Dumb Money.
Oh, on Netflix?
No, sorry, it wasn't on Netflix. I watched it last night, though. You gotta watch this.
Okay, it's called GameStop?
Right. It shows the power of social media.
All right.
So there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
Fix it. Okay, or else people are going to stop.
What do they call it?
using your
Cancel? They can
service.
get canceled right away.
Right?
Let's see you later.
Okay, let's bring it back.
What do we got?
I'm looking very forward to, first of all, it's Silversmith.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of Silversmith.
So as I am.
Our buddy Benzo all the time when we walk into Silversmith. It's always
yeah.
So second up, we've got the American Pale Ale by Silversmith Brewing. It's a 5.0%.
Yep, this one I'm on is bitter and juicy, my friend.
Is that what it said right on it?
Yeah.
There was nothing else?
There is. Yeah, bitter and juicy.
Yeah, what else were they saying?
Pours a deep golden yellow with a thin, lacy head. Flavors of grapefruit pith.
Pith. We tried to ask Alexa.
Pith.
She couldn't tell us.
Pith.
Yes,
You're the school teacher here, maybe you can grammar.
No idea. Nope.
Pineapple and grass. Light-bodied on the palate with a bitter finish. And I like bitters.
That's the thing that you got a little excited when you read bitter. What was the one that had a little bitter?
Oh,
the one with the bear on the front of it. And you loved it. I can't
remember.
Maybe I'll try to find it.
I'll have to go back. Yeah. But I remember when there's a bitter notes in there.
And you were like, and
it.
that's what led me to believe that maybe we have some sours on this podcast.
Yeah, we could do it.
I'm ready to go here. Let's do this thing.
All right. Whoa, I got a leak.
Ooh,
Oh,
me too.
my God.
Big leakage. What happened there?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
Did we shake it?
We do things live here.
Did we
not
shake
live,
it?
Pre-recorded, but
Oh my God.
no, I don't think we. And I think, guess what? I think I took away the paper towels too. So
Oh my God.
try your best, Don.
Yeah,
Hopefully, it
that's
doesn't make
fine.
its way to the mixer there. But wow. Okay, back. Let's get back
But
on
you know
track
what,
here.
though? Honestly,
Golden
can you feel
yellow.
it? Can you see the? Can you smell the aroma just from here?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, now we can. 2 for 2 with the aroma
What is
factor.
going on this season?
Holy cow! The microphone is smelling the aromas. That's
Look at it.
prevalent. It's nowhere nowhere near my nose.
Nope.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it's nowhere near my nose. You can smell the aroma. It makes me happy when it's like that.
Love it.
All right, makes me so happy.
Yeah. Love
and
the
there's
golden color. You got the aroma there,
there's
right?
stuff going on. Sweetness.
Yes.
There's a sweetness to it. What kind of fruit did they say? What did they mention?
Fruit, light-bodied fruit. Grapefruit.
Grapefruit.
Pineapple.
That's it. There it is, right
Yes.
there. So because it was a little bit different than the first one. The side launch was fantastic.
Yes.
But that was more of peach, a little bit more
Yep.
of the nectar and the lemon citrus.
That's such a nice
Sweetness.
smell. Nice
That's it.
sweetness.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Fan of pineapple. Are you a big fan of pineapple?
I like pineapple, yeah.
Yeah,
Not on pizza. Don't say it. I'm not doing it on pizza. That's a different discussion.
Could get me
I'm
in
a
trouble
fan-
with my paisans again, eh?
Yeah.
I know. I'm the only
This looks
paisan that likes.
delicious. This looks delicious.
Let's drink it.
Okay, cheers.
All right. Don, did you get that? Wow. So, as I was gulping it, pineapple.
Yes.
Right? Like, it was like, because, pineapple has a very, very distinct flavor to it, very distinct smell to it.
I like
That's
that.
what's coming out
I
perfectly right there.
I love that bitter finish.
And you have that bitter finish, so
Yeah.
there's a lot going on here. Again, not so heavy on the hops.
No.
I would say this is definitely a juicy IPA.
Yep.
But packed with flavor, aromas there. This is crushable.
They
too,
called
right,
it
Don?
bitter and juicy.
This is crushable.
Right on.
Also.
Yes.
This is wow.
This is fantastic.
Wow. Okay.
I love the smell. Oh, I just got some grassy tones there.
Okay, and that was on there
Honestly,
too, right?
Yes. That like
It's one of those beers.
Earthy.
You know what? It's one of those beers that when you go back for a second and third gulp, you're going to highlight something different in flavor every time. I'm going to go for another sip.
I got a tinge of grapefruit there, just a tinge.
Just a tinge, but that
But
pineapple,
it's there.
a little bit
The
of grass.
layers are there, brew. You know, right?
It's that bitter. It's almost like they know that pineapple is sweet,
Yes.
right? But we're gonna cut it with a little bit of that bitterness at the end, so that finish is gonna be a little bit different than
Yeah,
you expect.
fantastic.
It's not a
It just-
fruit.
it flows.
It's not a rattler.
It flows.
Not even anywhere
No.
close to a rattler.
No way.
This is a juicy IPA.
It just flows. Like they're hitting all the notes. What they're saying
Excellent.
is right on there. you know?
Excellent.
It's bitter. It's juicy. The notes are there. Fantastic job to Silversmith. Cheers.
All right, I think I'm ready to rank this
Yeah.
thing. Silversmith. What a start! Wow. What a start.
Wow.
Okay. Again, this was the American Pale Ale by Silversmith Brewing. It was a 5.0%.
Let's do this.
Back-to-back jacks for us, though. This is another banger.
This is
another banger,
This
right?
is going to be tough this season.
I know. I don't. We never scored this many.
I know.
I'm gonna give it away, Don. I'm giving it an 8 something.
Okay, me too.
So I'm just gonna
Me too.
tell you
I'm
that
sorry,
there
okay.
because I was gonna say that I've never given out this many
Me neither.
8s in my life, and you know that when it reaches that grail for us, though, we got to stay true.
Yeah, well, and that's what we base this whole premise on.
That's the whole thing.
Flavor, aroma, and is it
Right?
crushable?
Portnoy has his pizza.
Yeah.
We have our beer.
Oh,
we
I've
have
been-
our type of beer.
His stuff has been popping up all over the place.
Right.
I'm watching him more and more.
That's it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, go
Three,
ahead. 1,
2, 1. 8.0. 8.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
So an 8.0 from the Diner Nestor, and
That's
8.2 from me, the Bruiser. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So far, so
Fantastic.
good. I really hope Counterpart, right? Which is, I guess I'm giving it away.
Yeah.
It's our third beer coming up. It's we have a Counterpart beer for you, but before that,
And the name says it all, right?
We got
Before
our-
that, we got the movies.
we got our movieweb.com. What they think are the coolest gangsters around.
We have something to say about that.
We do. Stay tuned.
Cheers.
Well, I think we had to clean up our spill here, Don.
Yeah.
But, luckily my list is still intact here.
Yes, it didn't get wet. That's good.
So in my hand, and again, I'm picking on them because no matter what, every time I type in the word list in Google, right, right? The top TV dads, top TV moms, greatest all-time Christmas movies, movieweb.com comes up first. So they want to be the authority, so we will continue to pick on you if you're going to be number one in the search engine.
I agree with
Google.
you. And you know what? Where are these polls coming out?
I don't know.
Send them to me.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to know where this poll
I would
is.
like to be involved.
Who's the person that's doing
No
this?
clue.
Okay.
So in my hand is this. It says movieweb.com's coolest gangsters of all time.
Yeah.
All right. In movies and TV. And I got the top 20, but not really the full top 20. I weeded out a few because it was gagat, and I was like, they shouldn't even be on the list.
I'd be intrigued to know who was on there because you said that you might not.
They were like unidentifiable. Like
Okay,
they were
you
from
didn't
like,
know them?
well, they had a few from like the 1950s.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but so whatever.
Let's go.
Okay.
Count them down.
Here we
Let's
go.
go.
Number 20, and painfully number 20, Tony Soprano of The Sopranos is number 20. How low is that?
Yeah.
He flipped the script when it comes to gangsters, mobsters.
Yeah.
We like the guy.
Yeah.
You're not just a stone cold killer.
No.
We loved him.
Yes,
We
for
thought he
sure.
was a great dad.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It was just, we saw another side. And
I
he's
can't
number
believe
20.
he's that low.
That's
Like,
right.
it's the 20th. Like, it's just crazy.
So I'm going to go through a little quickly.
Sure.
Frank Lucas from American Gangster, Denzel Washington.
Yep.
Right. Henry Hill, Ray Liotta from The Goodfellas. Right.
Okay.
Donnie Brasco. I was a little bit with this one. I was a little.
Okay.
He's not really a gangster. He's a cop.
no, he's FBI,
Isn't
right? He's
he,
undercover. Yeah.
Okay,
or DEA,
he's
whatever he is,
acting like
DEA.
one.
Yeah.
So I don't even think he should be on this list. To be honest with you.
I get it.
Walter White is a.
He's like a
teacher.
mad scientist.
He's a chemistry
Come on,
teacher.
he's not a gangster.
No.
Why? 'Cause
No.
He was just producing
No.
the drugs, selling it because
Yeah.
he had the cancer and stuff like that, right?
Nicky Santoro for Casino. That was Joe Pesci.
Yes.
Right?
Okay, he's good. That was a great movie.
The Craig twins, we were talking about this earlier. Tom Hardy played both of them. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, you didn't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
I was just always watching it. So
Yeah,
he was pretty badass, I guess, right?
Yeah, that was a great movie too.
Number 7. Before I bring up number 7, I want to say this. You made a mistake here, movieweb.com, by just lumping gangsters into one category.
Yeah.
Because they're not.
No.
You got your drug dealer gangsters.
Yep.
You got your mobsters.
Yeah.
Right? You've got your, the British, you got the Yakuza from Japan, China.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
There's all these things that, you shouldn't have lumped them in because that's why you messed this up. Before I bring this up.
It's
okay?
too much mixtures in there.
Too
right?
much.
Like you gotta stick to
Too much.
the different categories. I guess.
Because Michael Corleone of The Godfather being number 7 on your
Come on,
list.
The Godfather.
What year were you born in?
Like who I'm
2000?
Like
Oh boy, go back and watch it again, like maybe a couple times. That's ridiculous.
come on, the Don
Ridiculous.
Ernesto has been
No.
coined after the Don.
No,
Come
ridiculous.
on, come on.
Frank Costello, Departed. That was Jack Nicholson.
Jack
all right,
Nicholson,
but
yeah.
again, you put him head to head against Corleone. How do you put him? Come on.
Yeah.
How?
He was
Michael?
Irish.
Come
That's
on.
an Irish mobster, right? Gangster,
So-
whatever you want to call it.
Pablo Escobar, the person who played it, I can't remember who played him. Actually, wait a minute. The Wagner Mora is his name.
Wagner
And again, that's the other thing. The cartel. That's a whole separate group.
Yeah.
That's the cartel. It
I
shouldn't
feel
be
ya.
a gangster mobs. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I feel you on
right?
that. Yeah, no, I
so,
think you have a
I know
valid
he was
point.
awesome. Yeah,
I think you have a valid point.
Right? I watched Pablo. I watched it, Narcos, right? He was good. It was a great show. But, okay.
Number 4.
Don Vito Corleone.
Yeah.
He's not even the best Corleone, but he's number 4. And that was one you're like, I
he's
better
the-
put him on the list
he's
or
the
else
original.
the Italians are going to get mad at me. Basically,
Yeah,
right? So that I'm on to you about that too. Okay. Al Capone, the Untouchables.
Untouchables, yeah.
Right. Tony Montana and Scarface, Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Great
movie. I loved it.
Great movie.
Yeah.
But I was just going to say, I thought he was better than Carlito's Way.
I love Al Pacino.
But you brought up he was like retired gangster. So
Yeah,
there might
I
be,
think he was out. He was out. He got out. He met the girl. Then,
So he was out.
John Leguizamo was
Okay.
trying to get him back in, and
All right.
he ends up going through that. Stuff.
So, but in my opinion,
I loved Carlito's
It's
Way.
kind
That
of
was
a
a good movie.
shame that if you're going to pick a gangster
And
played
again,
by
Tony Montana was part of the cartels. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
now was he
But
really?
you can't
What's
jump
gangster versus
Michael
mobster,
Corleone
like?
versus Tony Montana. No,
Yeah.
it shouldn't happen. Sam Ace Rothstein's Casino. Robert De Niro.
Love that movie.
Right.
One
You
of
got
the
him
great-
number 1 on your list, and respectable Casino, respectable movie, obviously.
I don't know if he's number 1.
but
He's
I
not
think
a
it's
great
just-
movie. I love it, but I don't think he's number 1.
This was a challenging. Maybe okay. I'll back it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. You were ambitious with this list,
Yeah.
lumping this many different categories, but you forgot.
I think you have one on there that should have been definitely on there.
Sonny from A Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've watched it. Whoever created this list, maybe you haven't watched A Bronx Tale before. Because if you have, you would know that you got to put him somewhere in the top 20.
Yeah.
All right?
I mean,
like, that's ridiculous.
Great movie.
Reservoir Dogs. We just said,
Yes.
go down the list.
Yeah.
Right? You know, pick a few. Right? They should be on this list.
Absolutely.
Tim Roth. Right? You know, Harvey Keitel. You can put him on.
Yeah.
And then,
Buscemi.
you're not a big fan of this. I was just saying Snatch. I think for me...
Well, it's not that I honestly didn't give it a chance. I love Brad Pitt, but
the names, Bullet Tooth Tony, for example, right? And then the one line, right? Who took the jelly out of your donut? Kind of thing, right? Things like that stuck in my brain.
Yeah.
You can pick a couple from that movie too. So, good attempt, I guess. A little ambitious, but as per normal, movieweb.com.
I think someone's got to do their research a little bit more.
I don't know. Who's screening these things?
Or,
number one,
send us the polls and we'll do it.
Right, you rigged it. That the algorithm for Google's finding you first. Right, if that's the case, make sure lists are solid.
They're paid for it for sure. Search engine, SEOs, right, for sure.
Don, I can't wait anymore. This last beer, I've been thinking about this one. Right,
this is like every time.
Make a wish come true. Oh. Dream Pale Ale by Counterpart Brewing. It's a 5.2%. Counterpart.
There's no literature on there.
No literature, like always, right?
I'm going to quote, surprise in the can.
Surprise in the can. Surprise in the can.
It is a pale ale,
just like our Christmas giveaway, right? Where you had the mystery beer. It's kind of like that's what it is every time with the Counterpart.
Shout out to Lake of Bays. That was great for sure.
All right. We got the Counterpart glasses to go on with.
Are we going to do that little test? I mean, we had to spill
it. Oh yeah, we had to spill it. Should be 3, 5, 6, 7, whatever. I saw it on the internet. Said flick it a few times, you won't get anything.
Oh, see, it worked.
Yeah, it worked. I don't know why it didn't work with the other one. But
I like the color.
Color's good.
Nice and pale.
Pale.
Looks got a little haze on it. I don't know, a little.
Thinking of like a dream, sleeping.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, this glass too. Counterpart.
Right there. Yeah, we got that haziness to it. I'm going to wipe away a little bit of the condensation just so I can see. Yeah.
That's
Love
nice.
my finger test. I cannot see my fingers. I don't know. That's almost not my grail. That should be a given. That's if I like it hazy.
I'm getting a slight aroma. Not powerful enough.
I'm a little bit worried here because here's the thing.
Yeah.
We just had 2 bangers in terms of aroma.
Listen,
right? Like you're here and you can smell it. And
but they don't disappoint us. So
right. But that's what I'm saying. So let's give it a chance. Citrus is there.
I'm smelling it.
Citrus is there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I wanted to take a step back because Bam with these.
Bam. As soon as we open the can, we smelled it. Right? That's what we love.
This one's not that, but the aroma's pleasant, right?
Yeah, it's
I would say there's some citrus to it for sure. All right, let's taste it. See what we get from this mystery dream beer. Yeah. You know what? It's a little bit hoppier than the other 2.
It is.
And
I tasted that right off the bat as well.
So, and that's the finish of the hops, right?
I'm trying to pinpoint what kind of flavors are in there.
So we got some citrus that comes through, and then bam, it finishes with the hops. So if you have your hop head, they're not going to be like, that's my style, right?
Yeah.
But they'll be happy that they have a little bit of a hoppy flavor with this kind of beer.
Yep.
Smooth.
Very smooth, yeah.
I'm not going to say it's probably not going to fall into the crushable category. This one's, but
unfortunately not
borderline though.
Yeah, borderline
right?
for sure.
I could do 2.
I wish they would put something on there. Our palates are evolving here all the time, right?
Yeah.
But we can't pinpoint. Like with the other cans, at least we can go off something. Okay, there's grapefruit. Are we looking for that? The grassy notes, which is huge because in the American Pale Ale, like we hit that. We tasted it.
Well,
right?
I taste it again. This might be one of those ones again when you taste it once, twice.
Yeah.
With every sip, you're going to get a different flavor. This is okay. I said it wasn't crushable, but I want to say this. For me, I can have a few of these.
Okay.
Right? Not a poolside beer. It's packed with flavor, so you have to be careful what you're eating it with, right?
Sure.
High flavor food, right? Not something bland like fries. This is going to overpower the French fry because French fries don't have a bunch of flavor.
I think you got to pair this with a nice burger.
Yes,
maybe a nice chicken.
That's American foods.
Fried chicken
there
sandwich.
You go. That's it.
From Counterpart.
Yes.
I think this would pair beautifully
perfectly with all of those.
Yes.
Right? That's what I would go with, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to have this with my steak or the high-end kind of meal.
I might have it with maybe some fried calamari.
Well, yeah. Any fried food.
Yeah.
Right? Let's get you fried. You made some dynamite fried.
That's why I brought
video
it up.
to follow, right? I can't wait to post that video.
Oh, yeah. Well,
my mouth was watering.
Julie posted it.
Yeah, I know. It's already. I got another spin-off video I'm gonna make, right?
Okay.
Because the Don was cooking up a storm
For Christmas?
yeah.
Oh, I had fun.
Yeah.
It was a little bit hectic and kind of stressful, but I think everything came together.
Yeah, you pulled it off for sure.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
I'm
almost ready?
pretty much ready. I'm going to take another sip, but I'm almost getting to the point also with Counterpart that if you give me a Counterpart beer, I can almost tell you
it's from there? Yeah.
They got a style.
Yeah, absolutely.
They got a style.
Yeah.
They're blending, with this. Again, we wish we would know what makes the dream. What did they add to this? And we can taste this,
for sure.
definitely the citrus. There's a little bit of the hops at the end.
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm intrigued too. You mentioned, I don't know who we were talking about, but this versus In Pieces. It's kind of interesting to see.
We ranked the In Pieces very high.
We did. Well, it was part of the top 3, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was.
Are you ready to go?
I think so.
Okay.
All right. So again, this was the Dream Pale Ale by Counterpart Brewing, 5.2%.
Great job again.
Solid beer.
They're a solid. They're showing their stuff on this podcast steady.
Yeah,
we love them.
I think this is one of the ones that are maybe one of the ones our friend Peter brought us. I'm not sure. I'm going to shout you out anyways, Pete. We know we love you. All right, ready?
Okay.
3,
1,
2, 1.
Boom.
There we go. We got something here. We got cheering going on. 7.8, nailed it.
Yeah,
so 7.8 for me.
That's warranted. That's a good, great beer.
Hey, if you get anything in the high sevens, it's a drinkable. It's a very flavorful.
Absolutely.
It's a borderline crushable beer. It's a good beer.
I feel you. For me, I think this is more down your path.
Yeah.
It is. I like it too. I don't know if I could crush. I probably could have 2 of these for sure.
For sure.
But going to the, what's a crushable? 3, 4, perfect sessions. No
I guess we never gave a number for what does crushable be. Right? I crushed 6 beers in a pretty quick succession a couple days ago.
I think that's crushable.
Okay. All right. When we come back, we got some closing
arguments. Yes, for sure. And some promo codes for our sponsors, and we'll shout them out.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Your dream will come alive. Don, you went on the website from Counterpart.
You know what? That's right, because
we got a little bit more insight. So we'll mention this. If you do go to the website of Counterpart, they are giving you more of a description of the different beers and the different beers that they're brewing there.
For sure. I should have thought of that before, even with in past episodes that we had on here, just to go on and see what we're dealing with.
In this one, they were saying there's a few other elements to this beer.
So obviously a hazy pale ale, plush, soft mouthful, carrying a balanced melody of orange marmalade, mangoes, tangerine, pineapple,
and grapefruit.
So we were saying the citrus aspect of it, grapefruit. The Don was going to bring up.
I was going. I think that was more prevalent for me. Was the grapefruit? I felt that right away.
I think that was the situation. Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
I'm drinking it still now. So with the grapefruit, so great beer all around.
For sure. Actually, and if you smell it, I think I'm smelling more pineapple there.
Can I bring up a Seinfeld gangster twist reference?
Seinfeld. Yeah, I guess so.
So
you're going to see Jerry?
I'm going to see him.
Yeah.
But I want to tie it into our movieweb.com list.
Okay.
And they neglected Reservoir Dogs. Whoever watched it obviously never watched Reservoir Dogs.
If there's any
you can't
gangster
not
movie,
put anybody on. Somebody's got to be on that.
But if there's any gangster movie, I think you got to include Reservoir Dogs.
Yes. Anyways, Joe, who organized and gave everybody Mr. Pink,
Yes, yeah. Oh, was Quentin Tarantino in that?
He directed it.
He directed it, yes.
Oh, did he make an appearance? Yeah, I think he gets killed off early.
Yeah,
he always does.
He did direct it, okay, because I love him too.
So Joe, the actor who played Joe on Reservoir Dogs, is also in one episode of Seinfeld as Elaine Bennis's dad.
Okay.
It was the episode where they were meeting him, and Elaine was late, and Jerry and George they just scared shitless of this guy because he's just an intimidating dude.
Yeah.
And then later, so I was doing some research. I'm a big
Seinfeld. You're a huge buff. Yeah.
He did scare the crap out of the entire cast.
Really?
Like, he was just that intimidating. Because
Oh.
they had a couple follow-up episodes. Like,
Okay.
they thought it was going to be a recurring character for Elaine, and they couldn't do it. They're just like, he was such an intimidating
Jerry
person
got
by
scared.
nature that that's it. They kiboshed it. No more episodes. So Elaine Bennis, right? Joel from Reservoir Dogs only makes one appearance in Seinfeld.
That's unbelievable.
Right? Pretty cool.
Yes, I gotta
Pretty
give
cool.
You're huge. You're
You're gonna rewatch it? It's on Netflix
I know.
for season one.
Yeah, for
Right?
sure, absolutely.
We can start making some more Seinfeld
I guess
references.
so, yeah. I
on
mean,
here.
I did. Well, Serenity Now, and
we got the,
Festivus just passed, right?
Poppy's
The grieving of what the grievances, whatever it's called, the airing of grievances. Yeah, Festivus. Yeah. Actually, someone at work. We had this deck post. They stuck a chain link fence in the pole.
Did they?
And they stuck a sign to it.
Airing of grievances or offensive strength?
No, happy Festivus, explaining the whole. What you gotta do, bang bang.
You didn't tell me this.
Yes, I didn't take a
Somebody
picture.
took a picture. I want to see this picture.
No, I took a picture.
I want to see this
Okay,
picture.
if it's still there, when I go back next week, I'm gonna take it.
see
Yeah, but simply, it's just a chain link pole.
Yeah.
On a deck post, and someone stuck it there.
Okay. I'd like to see it.
You would have loved. I wasn't thinking about you there, but
anyways, we got a promo code for you.
Yeah,
we have
sure.
from Niagara Brewery Tours.
Yeah, Brews N Bros, BREWSNBROS, 20% off, folks. Get in there. They love to take you out for some beer.
And we got Fuel Digital Designs as always.
Yeah,
Splash Wall. They did the intro for our videos,
and he's putting out content.
Yeah,
like guys,
amazing.
go on his.
Take a
if you
look.
follow him on Instagram or Etsy.
Go to Etsy. He's got some great prints on there that you
great.
can.
And whenever
you
he do
download.
custom stuff too, guys.
Absolutely.
Whatever you want. If you're looking for something special.
Had a blast like always. Don.
Yeah, those first two, bang bang.
Great.
All three actually.
These IPs were fantastic.
Yeah,
All right.
100%, man.
Ready to count us out?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do this.
3,
Two brothers.
3 beers.
We're out.